I learn as I go. I learn as I grow, and so like just me sharing my day-to-day life as well as my past experiences and just the things that I've been able to learn over the years is really important, and also the things that I don't learn from, because a lot of times whenever you begin to say certain things and you reflect on it, you go back to that situation. You're like, okay, I need to improve myself and I need to become better because I have to live by what I preach. And so that aspect of me is what I want to share. Just the things that I've lived through, the things that I'm living through, and the things that I want to become, because you also want to have a destination as well. So definitely that's one I want to share. What do you want to share?
What I want to share,
Yeah.
I think it's more in the sense of like reflecting the growth, right? But at the same time, it's like I want to also captivate and I want to also capture the mistakes, right?
Mistakes.
So because like most of the time we learn from our mistakes. I was listening to someone the other day and they were talking about how your memory's primary job is not to dwell on the past, but it is to continuously learn from it so that you can impact the future in a positive way. Like I think that's what like this platform is gonna be about, is people who are constantly growing, right? We are constantly growing, we are constantly learning new things and reflecting that to the world in a way that say, hey, we are messing up here, we are also growing as well. You
Yeah.
know?
Would you feel comfortable sharing something that you're going through, like learning from your mistake, but you're actually going through that thing in real time?
Well, it depends. It depends on the level of it. Because like for me, I feel like I don't like sharing things, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going through it and I haven't got the answer to it
I mean,
or haven't come to a resolution.
there are also times where you can share something to sort of have a connection with other people and say, hey, I'm also going through that thing. And I might not have already come to the solution, but the process in itself has taught me so many things. And so I think you can share an aspect of that. Maybe not the whole picture, but just a portion of what you've learned and the fact that you're still dealing with the same situation, but you've accumulated certain knowledge and wisdom to help you cope with that issue.
Yeah, that has a way of impacting the people
Yeah.
in positive way, and also has it's effective, right? Because you are going through it and you're trying to find out the solution. So I want to ask you this question because I just thought about it. Like, what do you think is the primarily job of a motivator? Because I feel like a lot of people that we follow or we listen to normally tell us stories that are complete, right? By saying, "Hey, I used to have this type of
Yeah.
addiction. I overcome it." You know, they don't tell us, they don't share what is currently going on. Until years later, we just find out, hey, he was going through something.
Yeah. I think the important part of it, especially from someone who's being motivated, is my ability to identify with whatever it is the person is saying. So if you're motivating me on something or an issue that I'm dealing with, I need to be able to identify with that issue. And part of an inspirational speaker, in order for them to do that, they kind of have to connect with their speaker, their audience. And so I think that's like really the crucial aspect of it, being able to connect to your audience. You might be going through that thing, but like you can connect your audience with enthusiasm as well as motivation and inspiration. I think those are leadership attributes that you can go through those emotions and face those situations that are not necessarily good and still go up to the other person and be able to build them as you climb. So I think that's really that big aspect of inspiration, because we're not always complete. We're not always perfect. There are times I can tell you, I can motivate you and I'm going through the same thing, but I have the courage to build you up as I also climb. We learn from each other.
We learn from each other.
Yeah.